So Haiti is talking about reestablishing their army after not having one for a number of years. And you may ask yourself, now, why on earth would you be concerned about whether Haiti has an army or not? Because this little discussion, I think, is very apropos to every country that has a standing army. It's one of the things that our forefathers here in the United States expressly warned us against. And this is coming from a man. You have to understand, I did serve 5 years in the U.S. Army myself. I'm not anti-military in terms of the people serving, but I am anti-standing army, and this is why. You see, when you have a war that's being fought, the generals are busy trying to win the war. But when there is no war and you've got standing armies, those armies have to figure out ways to keep themselves busy. I mean, let's face it. The reason why armies exist are to kill people and break things. And if you aren't giving them people to kill and things to break, then they're going to start finding things to do that's more in line with their training. It's happened again and again throughout history, including here in the United States. Maybe not as much in some places like in Haiti, but in Haiti, the army was used regularly to crack down on dissent. Here in the United States, it's been more often the National Guard that has been used for that. Think about Kent State, for example. Those of you who survived the 1960s and the violence and the protests and the clashes between troops and protesters can talk more about that a little more knowledgeably than I can, since I was just an itty-bitty baby at the time. However, the point of it is this, is that in Haiti, because the army had been used to overthrow the democratically elected people several times, because the army had been used by the chief of the army, basically, the commander-in-chief, just like we have here, and the chief executive is the one who gets to make the final decision on how the army is going to get used, and their main job is to follow orders. Well, it's very likely that we're going to see this kind of use of the military again and again. And it's one of the reasons why our founding fathers suggested very strongly that we avoid having a standing army. They themselves threw that to the wind. So, where does that leave us today? As far as Haiti goes, many people are pointing to the fact that, look, if you really want to help your people, Haiti, what you ought to do is spend that money on infrastructure or on the police, not on an army. You don't need to have an army. No one's going to be invading Haiti. Well, why not? Aren't we told time and again that the reason why we need an army, anywhere, any country, is because of the threat that we might be invaded by somebody? It seems to me that the same argument could be used for any country is being used right now by the international community to Haiti, saying you don't really need a standing army. If your country gets invaded, your people can defend the country against the invader. Why do you need a standing army? Unless you just want to do what some of the politicians in Haiti are talking about, creating jobs for young people. When you are teaching someone that the best thing they can do for their country is to serve in killing people and breaking things, then I don't think you've set your sights high enough. There are a lot better things that people can do with their time, their energy, their resources, and their lives. And that's my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your feedback. Send me an email, steve@radiofreespeech.com.